What it do, y'all? G Rose, Roosevelt for Prez. This is the Crypto Hour. And of course, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. You could be anywhere in the world, but instead, we're here talking about TinyChart, fam. Yeah. Now, much love to everyone who's been liking, commenting, and subscribing. These Algorand ASA videos don't do as many numbers as my other videos, but to me, they're just as important, okay? You're going to be able to get into some of these projects, put your money where your mouth is, and if you pick the right ones, you're going to make a lot of money, fam. So what is TinyChart? TinyChart are charts for Algorand standard assets, right? So that's your headlines, your Akita Inus, your Opulus, Tiny, and you're gonna have pages and pages of startup projects, right? Micro cap projects that you can get in, invest in, and watch them blossom. Now, I say that because you're not always going to be able to do that, right? If you look at a BSC pad, some of these other pads, launch pads out there, there's a whole business model out there where a project will launch with a DEX as an initial DEX offering, right? The problem with that is if you're in the US like me, you're not going to be able to participate. And yeah, it's quite disappointing, fam. I can attest. Yeah. For example, I was quite disappointed that I couldn't participate in the Opulus IDO. And I was going to get in at 5 cents. I was going to get quite a few, fam. But instead, I ended up getting in at Opulus at 65, 67 cents. Still up 10x my money. It's all good. But I just imagine if I would have gotten Opulus the same way I'm getting into Tiny, Headline, Akita Inu, etc., right? Where you're getting in at pennies on the dollar, sometimes even a fraction of a penny, and these things take off. Yeah, you're going to be laughing to the bank, fam. Trust me, not financial advice. So the current price of Tiny, the TinyChart token, is 20 cents, all right? Currently has a market cap of 1.8 million, and this thing only has a 10 million supply, all right? So whenever I hear those types of numbers, my antennas immediately go up. And granted, this thing has a lot of work to do. It's kind of minimalistic at this point. There's a lot of features that will be rolled out shortly, like Wallet Connect, tracking historical trades for tax purposes, charts with historical ASA data. They even have something called TinySafe that is about to launch soon, y'all. Speaking of which, TinySafe is a place where upcoming projects, existing projects can lock their liquidity. And what this does is this instills trust in the investors to say, hey, maybe this isn't a rug pull, right? If you're getting in a micro cap project because you like the tech, you like the community, you've done all your research, one of the things that's going to make you feel more comfortable to spend your hard-earned money is a project locking their liquidity, and TinySafe is going to allow them to do that, all right? So these projects will need the Tiny token in order to lock the liquidity. On top of that, they have been meeting with the Algorand Foundation to discuss other means of utility for this token, all right? So this thing is very, very early on. It's still developing. When you go to tinychart.org, you're looking at really a shell of what's coming, all right? Conveniently, as I say that, tinychart.org will be down today for 1 hour because they're migrating and moving over to Amazon Web Services, which is one of the most popular cloud service storages. All of the big companies, Netflix, you name it, sit on AWS. So this is a good sign, all right? Means a lot of things are coming. They're gonna need the server space. I'm bullish. Can you tell? Now, as far as the team, there is just 2 developers. These guys, they're pretty smart. Yeah, you hear them talk on Reddit, you might not understand what they're talking about, fam. I didn't, and I'm pretty sharp. But from what I hear, they're looking to expand, add more devs, add more people to the team. And that's going to be important because, the social media aspect of these cryptocurrencies, right? Especially something like TinyChart, where this is going to be a destination for all of the people in the Algorand ecosystem, right? It's going to be very important that they have their Twitter being updated maybe every hour or so, their Reddit, their Discord, Telegram, super, super important. However, I am not mad at them at all for focusing on the tech right now, all right? Because look, these aren't some projects that just came out and they're on CoinMarketCap, they're on CoinGecko and all these other places. You are catching them before all of that, right? So you have to believe from a tech aspect, right? You also have to believe from a team aspect. This is why in the other video, how to invest in crypto startups like an angel investor, I said your research is going to be so important. What I learned about these guys just on Reddit, not from what they said, but from what everyone else was saying, right? They're having side conversations about Tiny, and I'm in those. All right, so you want to do your due diligence, especially when investing in these micro cap startups. So some other utilities for the Tiny token are to be announced, but from what I'm hearing, there's going to be things like different features that will be unlocked by having a certain amount of Tiny, right? You might have certain data that you need if you're trading, things of that nature that might require you to have a certain balance of Tiny. Now, when you look at the Tiny charts, these are full on candlesticks. So if you're a trader and you understand price action, this is going to be something good for you, right? Because that means you can trade, read the candlesticks. That'd be dope if they actually add indicators, right? Fibonacci's, trend lines, drawing tools, all that good stuff would be super, super dope, right? Especially for the traders out there. And so I believe that the token itself is going to allow you to unlock certain features. And that leads me to believe that this is going to be a lot of money, fam. Now, again, this isn't going to be without risk, you guys. I mean, you're catching it super early, right? But if you tap in to the Algorand ecosystem and you're tapped into all the projects that are listing, you'll see that TinyCharts holds a certain weight, all right? Because when you look at Tinyman being the first DEX, right? And you look at how much it is needed and how much we love it, the people that are trading ASAs, I look at TinyChart, which there's no relation there, guys, but I look at TinyChart as something that is just as needed, right? When we're looking at data, when we're looking at trading and statistics and things of that nature, TinyChart could be the head honcho as long as they execute. With the information that I've taken in, I believe this is truly going to be a billion-dollar market cap project. And at this point, if that is the case, I'm gonna be rich. Are you? All right, so make sure you guys tap in with them on Reddit. It's just a TinyChart. You'll find them. Follow them on Twitter, tinychart.org. Stay in the loop. Find them on Discord, Telegram for all the updates. You guys don't just throw a bunch of money at this because I said so. Do your research. Seriously, you cannot be a lazy studier. Do your research, fam. I know I got my stash. I'm going to continue adding. I'm going to continue to add headline as well. So you guys stay tuned on the road to Algorand flipping Ethereum. Remember, Algorand governance starts Christmas Day. get your stash while the price is still kind of down a little bit if you want to get paid for making your voice heard by voting, all right? Other than that, check out TinyChart. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what time it is. G Rose, Roosevelt for Prez. This is the Crypto Hour. Peace.